Good morning, you guys. Welcome to My Table 3. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to show you a little bit different than what I normally do here on the blog. I'm going to show you a little bit of fun we had this past Sunday when we went to our first Christmas celebration with my husband's side of the family. And Nathan and I, all last week, we spent time together in the kitchen. We made several different homemade candies, and then we bought some things so we can prepare them as gifts to give to some of Anthony's sisters, his father, stepdad and his wife, and some of our church friends and neighbors. So I thought it'd be fun just to show you a little glimpse of that and just, share some holiday festivities and things like that here on the channel. I know it's a little bit different, so these are not low carb keto recipes, so if that triggers you, you may not want to watch them because they are just sugar, and sugar. So we like to do the candy. I like to bake, but it's also a way that I can do that, but we give it away because obviously we don't need to eat all of it. So it's a great way to have fun making it, and Nate and I spend time together, and then we give it away as gifts. So we're not tempted to sit here and eat all of it. So let's jump right into that. I hope you're having a very blessed Nativity and Christmas holiday season. So let's look at that, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, so here is a glance at a little bit of the candy making stuff, that candy and cookie kind of gift boxing thing that I got at Dollar Tree. I'll show you a couple of those things. These two things are just little cardboard boxes. This one says the merriest season. It's super cute. It's just going to be, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Just a box with a lid. And I got this other one, and I'll show you how I use that to give to gifts. We're going today, like I said, to some of Anthony's family, and I'm giving each family a thing of goodies that we'll look at in a few minutes. So 2 of those boxes, $1 a piece. And then they had these little cute tin cans. The most wonderful time of year. They were super cute and just $1. I got 2 of the same ones. The lady was actually working on the end cap when I got these, so I didn't want to bother too much. So I just grabbed 2 of the same kind. I think I'm going to look later, because I'll do more candy later for other people as gifts closer to Christmas. We're about 2 weeks out, so I'll grab some more of those and probably grab different kinds. And I just got a pack of their dollar tissue paper. It has very cute scenes on some of it. And then some of it is just, there's holly leaves, and then you'll have just solid red and green. And I thought these were cute too. These are plastic. This one has a little country looking truck and candy cane and stockings. And I used these as we made our candy. Okay, so like I was saying, I used these to actually store the candies in as we made those. These is what we call, these are what we call, I call them cracker candy. Some people call them Christmas crack. These don't have chocolate on them, but I don't know if you can see those. But these have like a brown sugar glaze on them. Some have bacon and some just have pecan. So there's 2 different kinds of those. But these little plastic containers snap tight, so they airtight. And then here's the green one. It was cute. It says Joy to the World and has trees on it. Same thing. We have Haystacks, which are just butterscotch chips, a little bit of peanut butter, melted, and then mixed with, oh, they smell so good, guys. I wish you guys could smell that when I open it. But anyway, those Chinese lo mein noodles, they're really good, really easy candy. And that's what I did with those. They also had a blue one. Like I said, these were just $1. And they had a blue one too that was really cute, but I think it had penguins and something else on it. But I like the red and the green. So I'm going to show you what I did with one of these boxes. Here, and then I showed you guys in a previous video, I picked these up from Aldi, and they're just, let's see if I don't want to turn it. They're just little Christmas bags, and they have those hats and mittens. The only thing I like these, a couple things I was disappointed in at Aldi, I think I throw the top of it away, but if you see my grocery haul that I released just a couple of days ago, you see me show these to you when I did the pretzel rods, which are right here, that we dipped in white chocolate and then drizzled. Nate did really good drizzling it with chocolate. But anyway, back to these before I ramble. They did not come with ties. the little bread ties to close these up. They didn't come with those, so I was a little bit disappointed in that. And then here's what I put: 4 pretzels in these little bags. You can see how cute they are. But since we didn't have a tie, I had to use a rubber band. So hopefully I can find some Christmas ribbon to tie around that today before we go. But everybody will get one of these with their boxes. Here's what they look like. And they're really tall pretzel rods, so they really are tight squeeze in there. So not much at the top, but they'll work. So here's a glance at the stuff that will be in their candy buckets today. We have those haystacks with the butterscotch I was talking about. This is the pecan cracker candy. These are Nate's favorite cookies. They are dark. They are a chocolate chip cookie, but it's chocolate cookie with white chocolate chips. Of course, there are the pretzel rods. This is Nate's. That's why I'm touching it, but put that out of the way. Just wanted to show y'all what it turned out like. And then this is the bacon cracker candy, which is amazing. And then this is tiger butter, basically fudge. It's just mostly peanut butter and white chocolate. You melt them together, and then you swirl just melted chocolate chips on top, and then you let it set, and it's like a bark. So let me show you how I've done those over here. I just put some of the tissue in the box, and then I put some of each little dessert in the box. You got some of the cookies, the tiger butter. This is the pecan crackers. These are the bacon crackers, and then there's the haystacks. And I just fold the tissue paper over. And you can just put a lid on it, like I said. Let me grab one of these. They'll each get one of these as well. I may get a bow and put right here, I'm not sure. But so this will go with, this one here is for Anthony's stepdad and his wife. So they'll get this box and those, and then we have, do you see where they're, anyway, we got them a gift card, I guess. So we will put that with this, and that will be their gift. And then Anthony has 2 sisters, Mariah and Terry, so their families will be there. So we'll have Christmas with them, a smaller setting, closer to Christmas. So each one of them will get one of these or one of those full of these treats and some pretzels, and then we'll do our other gifts later. So I just wanted to show you that. Thought it would be fun so you could see how we do that. I'll show you in just a minute how I set one up again, just so you can see. And these were very inexpensive. You can buy the stuff to make your treats. I'll link to some of those recipes that I use below. They're not mine because I don't usually make a lot of this stuff, so I don't have that on my blog. But I'll link to the recipes. I do have this one on my blog, so I'll show you that one. But I'll link to the rest of them in case you want to do this. Great homemade gifts to give people, neighbors, people in your church, just somebody you care about. Just an easy way to make them and show them that you care about them. So let me show you how I put one of these together now. Okay, so let me show you how I put together one of these boxes. I'm going to try and, let's see here, get this over. There we go. So this is just a box that said the merriest season. There we go. So I wiped this out really good with wipe. Then I'm just taking one of those pieces of tissue paper, and I'm just going to flatten it down in there. Didn't have to be perfect. And you want it to hang over the sides like that because you're going to actually wrap it over the candy. So let's go ahead and put this in there. I'm going to start with the cookies. Hopefully you guys can see that. You probably can't as I start stacking. But anyway, I'm going to put the cookies in the middle. And you could do this with any kind of candy. It does not have to be the ones. So cookies in the middle. And let's see, let's go ahead and put some haystacks on this side. And maybe the shapes of your candy will, depend on how you want to shape your box. And if depending on what size of family you're giving it to, hopefully you guys can see that in a moment. I'll show you, but just sticking it in will determine how many of each candy you want to give. Okay, so there's that. And then on the other side over here, I'll turn it to where you guys can see this over here, hopefully. I'm going to put the tiger butter. Okay, so there is some tiger butter. And let's see, if somebody you're giving it to likes peanut butter more than say they like butterscotch, then you could give them more of this tiger butter than you do the Haystacks. So let's try on this side. I'll turn it now. We'll work on this side. I'll put the bacon crackers, or the bacon crack candy, as people would call it. Some Christmas cracks, and it may be your families, if you guys do. I'm trying to do this with tongs so I don't touch their candy. I thought I had gloves in my thing back there, in my totes, Christmas totes, but I don't. I want to use these little tongs, so I'm going to just kind of turn it around to arrange it. Okay, so there is some bacon cracker candy. One more there. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to do is put the pecan cracker candy. A lot of the Christmas crack you'll see will use, I'm going to turn it, you guys, sorry, so I can reach it. Saltines. If that's the kind of Christmas cracker candy that you use, then go for it. I just like to use the actually the Clubhouse crackers from Keebler. My Aunt Sheila usually is the one that makes these that I love so much. So this is my first year to actually put these in to my gifts boxes. So, okay. Let me see, I think I'm going to put a little bit more tiger butter. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. Hopefully you can see. How cute is that? I mean, who wouldn't love that? It's definitely more, I think it's so, I just really think it's endearing when you get stuff from people that actually made things for you, because it showed that they cared enough about you to spend time making these things, because each one of these ones do take a little bit of time to make. They're not hard, but they do take some of your time. So I think it shows you that you care about them and that you're thinking about them during the holidays, which to me is so much better than a sweater, right? Or a candle or something. But, you know, you can always give this with your gift, depending on how you want. And then you can just fold the paper over and replace the lid. And there you have it. And they will actually get one of the pretzel rods too, because the pretzels are too long to fit in there. So there's that one. I've got all those done. I've got all of them done, and I left one of the round ones open so I can show you what the round ones look like. They are super cute as well. Yeah, let's see. I'll show you the Steve had the top, if you remember, that say the most wonderful time of the year. So this one's already filled. So yeah, I mean, how cute is that? And you can use these smaller ones for smaller families, or my mother-in-law just lives by herself, so she'll get one of the small ones because she won't eat as much as, say, one of the families we're going to give it to that has multiple people. So, all right, so we'll fold that down, and you just place that there. And then they get one of those. How cute is that, right? All right, let me show you the Christmas bread that I'm going to take as one of our desserts and how I spruce it up a little bit. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how I use this Christmas brioche bread, which I've showed you in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, you can go back and check out my little holiday haul. But it was from Aldi. It's a specially select. It's one of their chocolate chip brioche breads. It does look like it has, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. Doesn't that look yummy? See chocolate chips in there, and there's a little bit of cream in there, and it's so bright and pretty. But thought what I would do is, since it is not homemade, it's just from Aldi. It's been in the freezer, so it's not dry. It's not, you know, old. So I'm going to go ahead, and I just mixed up some. I'm going to scoot out again. Wrong way. Simple glaze. It's just powdered sugar, vanilla, a dash of salt, and some milk. And I'm just going to drizzle this over the top. I have some parchment paper underneath it in case it gets over the side. It's easy cleanup. But this is just a way to, honestly, to make it easier on me. It's really pretty. I think it's going to taste amazing. I think everybody will enjoy it. So this is a way that I could take a cute festive dessert, but I did not have to add more to my plate, especially since we made those candies this week. And I have a ham in the oven that I'm also taking too. So the ham and the rolls that I showed you in my previous video, those two I had to cook. I cooked the rolls yesterday, and now I'm doing this while the ham bakes. So I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be, and you can just totally leave this like it is, honestly, because it's so pretty. But if you wanted to put a glaze on it, you could. And I'm just going to drizzle it. Hopefully you guys can see that. Probably will go back over some more. And this is just to add a little bit more sweetness, a little bit more festivity to it, you know, because trees are green, right? Yeah, and so there you have it. You can go more or less, you know, depending on what you want to do. I may add a little bit more. Definitely overshot as far as how much glaze I made, but just a little bit on everyone. Okay, so I am just going to honestly let that dry. I may sprinkle, you know what? Maybe I'll put a little bit of sprinkles on it. You guys, like I said, if you'd rather it be just classic and plain, you can totally do that. Just put some red sprinkles on it. Look at that. See if you guys can see it. Anyway, there you have it. Now I'm just going to let this dry, and honestly, I'm going to probably slide it right back in here if I can get it, seal it back up, and take it like that. If not, I'll put this on a serving platter, keep it in this paper lining so that it holds its shape, and there we have it. So, no shame in this store-bought game, guys, none whatsoever, because I know it's going to be a hit. But I'm going to clean this up and get myself ready and the ham ready, and I'll come back in a few minutes, and we'll close things out.